Being in this industry for now 11 years, I've seen my share of bad advice that people give. And today is no different. So today I'm sharing 5 pieces of bad advice so that you can stay away from them so it doesn't distract you from what you want, the goals you have, so that you can make the biggest impact possible. Hey, my name is Jesse Eker. Today I'm sharing some bad advice that I'm seeing online that you should be avoiding and that you should really take into consideration so that you do the opposite, right? I'm gonna explain why these are bad advices and why you should stay away from them so that, again, you're not falling into the trap of just hearing what someone says and saying, oh, that person's respectable, that person knows what they're doing, and then following that. See, I've now been in this industry for 11 years. That's crazy. I'm like an old timer now. And I've seen, people come and go. And a lot of the times people like to share what they're pushing, what they're selling. And that means that it comes at the effect or the outcome of sometimes you not getting the most direct or speedy or best advice possible. So today I want to be real with you, I want to be transparent with you, and I'm going to share exactly why I think this isn't great advice and something that you could do instead. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do by clicking that button of subscribe, and you can get these weekly videos into your inbox. You'll be the first to be notified on anything that I put out, and we're putting out more information on how you can scale your business by using virtual events but just building your brand online. Okay, so number 1, this is probably something that's very popular right now, but it's something that I see as a huge mistake, but also some bad advice. So there is an amazing entrepreneur named Russell Brunson. He created this amazing platform and community called ClickFunnels. And one of the ways that they share with you on how you can get some intel on how you can start to build your online business is by what they call funnel hacking. Now, the idea of funnel hacking is a great idea of looking and modeling other people's, what they're doing, them being successful, how they're doing it, and the sequence in how they're doing it. The challenge is what people are doing is they're taking people's funnels, they're copying it and making it exactly the same as someone else's, but then not getting the same results. And so they're saying funnel hacking doesn't work, or you should only funnel hack your way to success. See, that to me is bad advice, because funnel hacking should be a byproduct of what happens after you start to master the skills of what actually makes a funnel work. See, the thing is, when it comes down to your online marketing, there are skills that you need to master to get the results you want, principles you need to follow. So no tactic, no strategy is going to help you if you do not follow these simple tactics or principles that you can use. And so the funnel is kind of like the last part of the tactic or strategy that you need, because it's not the funnel that makes the difference, it's the mechanics of the funnel. Like, what's the copy on the page? How is it persuasion? How is there certainty? What's the intent? There's so much external variables that go into what makes a funnel successful that just copying any funnel will not do it. So there's stuff that happens before the funnel, there's stuff that happens during the funnel, after the funnel that makes it successful. So by saying you're going to be successful by funnel hacking other people is garbage advice, and it's not your best use of time. Your best use of time is simply to master the skills that you know are going to really help you. Having a great offer, having the right message, having sales skills, and knowing how to write copy. If you can do those 4 things and you can do them really well, then going into any funnel, you're probably gonna make successful. So that's when you start to model other people's stuff, because you know how to make it work for you, your business, your product, and your service. But if you don't know that stuff, it doesn't matter what funnel you use, you're never gonna make it work. That's why some people can have no funnel, be crushing and do millions of dollars, and other people can have tons of complicated funnels and still struggle, because it's not the funnel, it's everything else that makes the funnel work. So that's number 1. Number 2, this is some bad advice that I see all the time is, you just need a digital course to be able to make your business work, and you should make that course first, right? The problem with that is, if you make the course first and spend all of this time making a course and then no one buys it, you've now put in time, energy, and a lot of effort into making a course that no one wants. See, we need to reverse that, and we need to use this strategy called pre-selling. Pre-selling is when we sell something in advance and then we go ahead and make that for the people who've said yes to it. This makes it much more efficient for you to actually succeed, but also at the same time makes you earn money before you actually start to dig in. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. People do this all the time. Think about, people who have an idea like Tesla, and they said, you gotta pre-order that new, more affordable model, and then they went ahead and made the manufacturer of doing it. This is done all the time, and it's done, for a reason, because people want to know exactly how much cash they can get, how much inventory they need, how much demand there actually is. If there's not much demand, well, why are you going to put your time and effort into it? So my preference for you is, instead of building something first and then selling it, it's sell it first, then build it. And then reiterate it and make it better and get the feedback and keep flowing with it. That, my friend, you're going to do much better, much quicker, with a much simpler approach than having to pour your energy and time into something that you're, again, not 100% sure is gonna work. And we've made this mistake before. I've lost over $100,000 doing this mistake. Let me tell you, it won't happen again. Number 3, this is a big one I get with a lot of my clients, is they think that building a course or having a course is going to allow them to earn passive income. So let me just take a step back and tell you, passive income is when you are making income without actively needing to work with it. Now, there's different levels of passive income, and yes, passive income with a digital course can happen, and you could make money in your sleep. But let me tell you this, we consistently in our business make anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 every single day overnight through our online courses. Let me tell you though, this is not considered passive income because we're still working in the business. We still have to do all the marketing. We still have to manage it. We still have to do all the pieces to make that $3,000 to $5,000 work. Now, if we stop doing that, guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna get, the next, I would say 90, 120, maybe 6 months of passive income. Great, but then it's gonna stop. So passive income is when we want to keep the cash flow going. And to make that cash flow go, we have to actively be maintaining it or actively working in it. So when it comes to your actual course itself, yes, you can make money without actively having to work in the course, because you can then have this curriculum people can watch, but that doesn't really create passive income for you. It creates money that you don't have to actually work to get, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get this money every single day for the rest of your life. It doesn't work like that, right? We need to actively keep it going. So the mistake is thinking that passive income is actually going to come from the course. A better idea to think about this is your business can become a passive income stream for you. What that means is that if you can create your business in a systemized way where people can manage it for you and then you don't have to work in the business anymore, that becomes passive income, because then you don't have to be personally working in the business for it to be making money for you. So it doesn't matter if it's a course, a coaching program, a service, or a product. None of it matters. What matters is how you systemize it and how you get other people to do it for you so that you can step out of it and still make your money. All right? So I want you to be thinking passive income, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's only going to be a course. Coaching programs can be a passive income source. Anything can be a passive income source if you set your business up correctly. Number 4 of bad advice. You should create something very low end first, something under $100, and then when you have some success, create something higher end. Terrible advice. Why? Because people think that selling something low end is actually easier than selling something high end. Let me tell you this. They're both getting someone to get them to pay for something. Getting someone to pay for anything is no easy feat. It takes persuasion. It takes you to offer this amazing solution to their problem. And so what you're gonna see is 2 different fold. Number 1 is you have to put a lot more time and energy to get a lot more people to buy those low-end products to make the same amount as someone high-end. So let's give you an example. If you're selling something for $100 and and you want to make $1,000, you need 10 people to buy that, right? So you have to sell 10 different people. Other side, if you have $1,000 product, you need one person to buy it. Is it easier to get 10 people to buy something or one people to buy something? Obviously, it's easier to get one person to buy something, no matter the price. On the other side of this as well, the type of person who's buying this are very different as well. The someone who's actually really interested in the low end stuff usually is a lot harder, a lot more needy, and a lot more survival based than the person who's high end, who's a little more intellectually, ready and motivated and knows what it costs to be investing into their success. Usually the high-end stuff is easier to sell if you have the right solution to a product. So I'm not just saying just create a high-end thing, you actually have to solve a problem, which is very given, but selling one person is always gonna be easier than selling 10 people no matter what. Because to get 10 people, you have to talk to more people, you have more prospects, you have to get more volume. For one person, you don't have to do all of that, right? So my advice is you start high end and then you work your way down, because then you can open up to more people, right? But you wanna work with the best of the best first, get the best traction, get the best results first, and then you open it up for more beginners and people who are willing to only spend a certain amount to work with you. Number 5. This is a big one. This is people who say email is dead. You have to do everything in social media now. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you went to go buy something online and they asked for your Facebook profile? It never happens, right? What they ask you for is your name, your last name, your first name, your last name, and your email. All transactions are done through email. Your login information, where is that sent? Usually when you buy something, your email. Email is not going anywhere, and it is the best medium to use for your marketing. Why? Well, here's a really important aspect. Social media, this is other people's platforms, meaning Facebook owns it, Instagram owns it, YouTube owns it. All of these people own the media on there. And to get more exposure, you have to earn more of media on there, meaning the algorithms or the way that you do things actually get you more exposure. But you're up to their algorithms to actually work for you. The other way is email, you actually own the media, right? That's in your service, it's your database. You have the permission to email these people. And very similar, like you get to send whatever you want to that people, and there's no filter on who sees it or not. Now, Gmail and Apple Mail and all these places, yeah, they do have some filtering ways that they get spam and stuff, but you can start to make that better, right? It's really up to you on how to make it better, because you own that media, which is an amazing thing, because that means that Facebook can, one day say, hey, I don't really like what you're doing, and get rid of you. On email, they can't really do that unless you're just a complete spam. You get a lot of complaints. So email is not dead. It's actually one of the easiest ways for you to get your message in front of more people. Because if you have 10,000 people on your email list, you can send an email to 10,000 people. On Facebook, it's really hard to get in front of all those people. Same with Instagram, same with YouTube, and all the social media. Email is not dead. Don't listen to anyone who says it, because think about it. How many times do you have to give your email every single day? How many times do you give your email every single day? Email is not going anywhere. It's too embedded in what we're doing. It might be less effective, but it's definitely more effective than any other platform out there. Those are the 5 biggest bad pieces of advice I'm seeing online. Which of the 5 did you most resonate with that you've heard, and maybe you've actually not necessarily fallen for or started to pursue because you thought that was the right way? Again, this is just for your awareness, to help you out, to get you to a road of where you want to go in your business so that you can build your brand online. I'd love to hear in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.